Well, hello, Southsea. Welcome to Southsea Folk, and thank you for tuning in. Thank you for getting involved in this edition of the Southsea Folk podcast. So, Lou, what exciting stuff have you been up to?
Well, I went down to Palmerston Road to the Love Southsea market.
Mm.
My friend had got a stall on there who was selling jewellery. And then we popped round, saw James from the Coast Guard. He'd got his little
Oh, yes, I saw him. Yeah.
horse box, and
Mm.
we sort of ordered some beer from him and sat down. And then the Gin Emporium were there, and they
Right.
made me a beautiful cocktail. And then it started raining, but it doesn't matter.
Was
We
that
had
the
some
Saturday,
umbrella.
Lou? Was that the Saturday?
On the Saturday, yeah.
Yeah, because I went there on the Saturday and it had just been chucking it down with rains, but it was still great because I sat by the horse box with a big seagull stuck on top of it, and had some good beer. I spoke to James as well, and he was saying about the Southsea Folk Awards, which is all very exciting as well. And that's soon now, isn't it? Coming out very soon.
Yeah. Yeah, well, we're going to be meeting, aren't we, chatting about it tomorrow and
Yeah.
getting his glad rags on. So I got my hair cut yesterday for the awards, so I'm excited about that. But no, it was great to pop down there. And I think, I'm not saying I didn't love the Love Southsea market before, but I
No.
think having those drink trucks and then having seating and then having live music, it was just absolutely brilliant. It really brought the whole thing together.
I saw Nick Courtney there. I think he was the one who was singing when I was there. So even though it was raining and it was wet, there was still a good atmosphere, and it was great to see that happening. So I just put my hood up and sat there, and I think my beer was filling up faster than I was drinking it for the rain.
Oh, bless you.
It got very wet. So we're going to go from something cold to something quite hot and warming now, aren't we? Beautiful segue. I'm even planning this. So Lou, introduce their guest for this week's podcast.
So our guest for today is Callie, one half of number 28, the Saucealists. So welcome, Callie.
Hi everyone. Very, very lovely to be with you all.
So is that how you would say your business? Would you say number 28, or would you say the Saucealists, or did I say it right? Because
no, you did indeed, yes. So the number 28 is sort of, the legal part of it all, just to have the business registered with the government.
Yeah.
But Saucealist is a little baby. We specialize on sauces, and it's a new little venture of myself and my other half. We sort of spent quite a bit of time talking and joking about that one day we're going to start our own business.
Yeah.
And then COVID came and made everything ever so slightly easier, somewhat.
That's nice to hear, isn't it? Nice to think that for a business, that it's actually helped you.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I think instead of letting it sort of, rain on our parade and make us feel like we're in a standstill, we made the most of it. We made something with our time, which was quite nice. We both work in hospitality industry and have done for, my husband, 17 years. Myself, I've been working for about 15. So having worked in industry.
Did you say that your husband is a chef?
Yes. So he is a head chef, classically trained. He's very keen on everything fresh, and then because of my background, I am originally from Greece, hence the accent.
I didn't notice, Callie. I didn't notice.
It gets worse the more nervous I get. So if you haven't noticed it, that means you're making me feel very comfortable, which is nice.
Good.
But no, we love food, and we love everything made fresh, and we love everything that knowing where it comes from. So for us, it was always very important. And at home, call it me being picky, call it us being very, very creative. We've always made as much of everything as we can. So shop bought things for us was, not an option in terms of if we can make it, why not? So this is how the idea came about. I don't really eat condiments. I am one of those people that I struggle to eat ketchup. I'm not a big fan of mayo. And it was always a joke that he'll make me a sauce that I will love, and I will not be able to not have it with pretty much everything. And to be fair to him, he did it.
Excellent. Good. So you do have your own sauce then?
Yeah. So it all came about with us experimenting to make me want to dip my chips in something, and here we all are.
Is that how the barbecue sauce came about then? Is that how did you get to create a barbecue sauce like that? Because it is delicious.
So it half came about like that, and it also came because he, in his work environment, doesn't like buying in condiments. He makes everything fresh himself.
Yeah.
So he'd kill me for saying this, but he very much rather spend the extra hour or so to do it himself than buy things in. So we enjoy barbecues a lot. We have our own barbecue at home. It's very important for us to have barbecues, and in my background in Greece, putting the barbie on is such a normal thing to do, such a family thing to do.
The weather.
Yeah, exactly. It does help. And then having lived in Southsea for 9 years, we live pretty similar. The summer is pretty similar. The get together in the summer especially is, getting your barbie on and calling friends around and having that lively sort of conversation and the coming together. So the barbecue came about because we love the smokiness. We love the what it stands for, which is, the fire, the togetherness, the drink that you have with it.
Yeah.
So you do a barbecue sauce in Cali. What else do you do?
So we do try to be carbon negative and waste, zero waste. So as a byproduct of the barbecue sauce, we do a barbecue rub, which is in a little jar. You get 100 mils of it. So you can use it to marinate meat or vegetables. In my case, it is mostly vegetables because I am vegan, but my husband has tried it with wings, has tried it with pork. So you sort of marinate overnight with the addition of some oil.
Yeah.
And it's good to go. Hit the barbie, and you're good to go.
Oh, nice. Because I should have ordered. I actually have been onto your site, and for everyone listening, it's so easy to go in and order stuff on there. Do go along. So I've ordered some sauce. I should have ordered some rub as well. So you've got the rub, and also one thing I will say I'm really impressed with, because I'm all for recycling, is the fact you use recycled bottles, and that's a great fact about what you do, and it's so good, and it's not plastic, is it? It's all in glass bottles.
So even our actual small sort of giveaway bottles, they are glass bottles with cork. So everything's absolutely recyclable. We get our stickers. They are from recyclable paper that has already been recycled once. And we opted out on the vinyl finish that you can actually recycle as well. Bottles are obviously all glass, and then we tend to be zero waste when it comes to the whole process as much as possible, because it is really important. And then all of the boxes that all of our bottles initially come into, we actually materialize to give when we sell wholesale. So we reuse the boxes. So we flatten the boxes. We have an allocated area in the premises. We keep the boxes until we need them, and then we sort of send them out again. So we try to keep it as low carbon as possible, so the planet needs it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, completely. I mean, we did a podcast with Package Free Larder and Connie Fenner from that there, and I think it's brilliant, and it's great to see that there are so many, even Wendy Buds and so many organisations down in Southsea that are picking up that message. It's really great. So you do the rubs and you do the sauces, and what I love is the fact that actually the rub is made from the byproduct of the sauce. That's amazing. What else are you looking at doing? How are you going to branch out and maybe add some more products to your list?
So there's a product that's actually ready to go.
Fantastic.
We are currently...
Breaking news.
Yeah. So we are currently only waiting just the last confirmation of the nutritional value, and then we'll be able to print labels, which is very, very exciting. So we have a love for harissa.
Yes, me too.
Rose harissa. So we are going to be making, or essentially have made, just waiting to hit the stores, a rose harissa sweet chili sauce.
Oh wow, that sounds amazing.
So it's going to be one of those sauces that you can use on pretty much anything and everything. You can use it to marinate your chicken wings if you wanted to, because there is a bit of heat to it, but nothing to blow your socks off. For people that like the sweetness but can't take the heat too much. We have actually tried it in a stir fries, and it is amazing to have it with just soy sauce in a stir fry. And then you can have it as an addition to sort of, as a dip to have in your sauce, or calamari, which is like the one that actually normally takes a little bit of sweetness quite nicely, or halloumi fries, or add into your sarnies in the morning if you like to start your day with a little bit of heat,
So presuming everything goes to plan and you get over the final hurdle, when do you think you're looking at putting that on your website?
I think we're looking in the next 2-3 weeks, so not long. It will be ready to go before the next bank holiday weekend of May. Hopefully we'll be able to actually get it out to the people that source us, like the Astles, because we are in Astles at the moment. So we'll be able to give it out to people like that, or hopefully hit the website ready for bank holiday weekend, get people going, getting it into their homes.
And we interviewed Island Hampers last week, and I know your sources are in that, so this will just be something else, won't it, to
exactly
put in those hampers. And so if anyone is their mouth's watering and they're thinking, I need to get hold of some of this sauce now, where would they go to do that?
So we are currently waiting to be verified on Instagram, because we are a very small business. So Instagram is for now redirects you to the website. So our website's very, very easy to navigate, as you said yourself earlier, actually. Then Facebook, all of our products have links that direct straight to the website. We are part of the hampers, and when the new sauce hits the market, we will be making sure that that sauce has been added to the market, into the amazing hampers
they're good,
that are out there. We are in Astles, the butchers up in North End. Which is actually great, because those guys are doing an amazing job with selling our barbecue sauces. So it's very lovely to be part of, the family of barbecue sauces that they have, because they have quite a few of them.
All right.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, they do have quite a few, and they were saying to us that they constantly need more. So when the spicy one hits the stores, we'll get that in as well.
Yeah. So that's the Saucealists.com, isn't it?
It is indeed,
for the website.
The Saucealists.com for the website. I think that's pretty much it for the time being. There is a conversation happening for somewhere in Palmerston Road, but I'm not going to say anything just yet. Watch this space. Putting an announcement on both Facebook and Instagram, but there will be another store that I think we're going to be displaying the sauces, but we're waiting for the chili sauce to be ready to go, and then we're going to do all three of them ready to go, and they're going to go on a window somewhere in Palmerston Road.
That's cool. Well, I was going to say, when you were talking about the packaging and how your sauce comes in the bottles, if people are really conscious about kind of, recycling, reusing, would you take back any of the old bottles? So that
that is something that we are 100% doing. It's in our plan to actually advertise that.
Oh, that's
So
good.
when we have people that have ordered the sauce and they want to order a second one, there will be an option on the website very shortly that returning guests, returning customers can give back the bottle, and then there will be a little bit of a discount as a thank you for keeping the environment safe and letting us reuse the bottles, because we do seal the bottles ourselves. They don't go elsewhere to be sealed. So as long as the cap is actually intact, we can reuse those bottles, and we can keep the carbon neutral sort of state of mind, which is lovely for us.
Well, I know I preserve, I make kind of, preserves and marmalade and things, and I buy my jars, but even then I still sterilize them. It's quite easy to sterilize.
Yeah, exactly.
It's so easy, isn't it? So there's no reason why, they can be used again.
The wrap would be amazing for your preserved sauces, because it's a short one with the big sort of cap to it, so you can access it. So for jams and things like that, the barbecue wrap jar would be amazing for it, actually.
Oh, wow, lovely. I've not tried them. The only thing I've ever made that's been spicy is I made Nigella's chili jam, which is beautiful, but it's horrible to make it. The first year I made it, I didn't use any gloves, and I was slicing up all these chilies, and then when I was having Christmas dinner, because I made it for family, my hands were on fire.
Burning, yeah.
Oh, really?
So the year after, I said, well, I'll wear marigolds to cut up the chilies. So I did that, and then you have to put it in the processor, and I flicked some chili in my eye.
Oh
wow.
It was really painful. So the third year I made it, I had my son's science goggles on, marigold, and I was like, nothing can go wrong this time. But it's really nice to eat it, but it's not really that nice to make it, if you know what I mean.
Exactly.
There's a really strong vinegar smell in your house, and like I say, if you're not careful, you get chilies everywhere. And
I think is you accidentally forget that you've touched it after washing your hands, and it lingers, and you scratch your eye, and then you've lost sight for a little while.
Well, there you go. I've just ordered some barbecue rub now, Callie.
Yes, thank you.
There you go.
Notification coming through, actually.
I know that's how easy it is to do. That took me 30 seconds to go and order that. So that's that just shows. So that'll be coming through, and I can talk about it in the next podcast, Lou.
I'm glad you said the website easy, because I actually designed it myself.
Ah, there you go. Not only a Saucealist, but a website designer as well.
Yeah, it was very unintentional, but I had sort of background designing a website for a friend a long time ago, because I quite enjoy it. It's quite relaxing. So I was like, do you know what? I think I can do it. So I just sort of went along there, and I played with it. The other half was twisting and changing the recipes and all of that. But do you know what? I played with the website. So yeah, it all goes through our hands at the moment, which is really exciting. Everything is very personal, and I think that is what it makes it very, very rewarding.
And free delivery between PO1 and PO6.
Yeah,
PO1
we do it ourselves. Yeah.
Excellent.
And I think what is lovely, like you say, I think that's what's nice about an independent small business, is it is very personal. And I think that's what people love about it. Do you know what I mean? It's that personal touch.
Yeah, you know exactly.
You don't get that from a big company, do you?
No, you don't.
You get exactly where your money's going. You know who you're supporting, and you have the personal sort of touch of feedback as well. Our Instagram's there for everyone to give us feedback, and we actually encourage everyone that orders, when we drop bags off to people, that please do tell us if there's, if you're enjoying it, please tell us why. And if there's something that, you think we could be doing better, please do, because it is that touch. And because we're so small at the moment, it's relatively easy for us to adjust certain things and make sure that everyone's enjoying it as much as we do at home, actually.
Yeah, that's good. What I was going to ask, I think we had a tiny chat before we started, was about recipes.
Yep.
I love recipes, and I think my husband especially, he's like a real creative cook. He'll add a bit of this in, add a bit of that in, give it a different taste. But are you going to use your sauces to make any kind of recipes or anything?
So we touched on it very briefly, but the plan for us is because we only just sort of added ourselves to TikTok, so we're going to be doing some of the challenges with food and all of that, and then we're going to be sort of exporting all of those videos with recipes and showing people how we use the sauces, adding those ones into the sort of Instagram TV at first. And then eventually, when we have more than 1 or 2 sources that are doing very well, we're going to be developing recipes that they will be joining the website. So there will be an addition to the website on how to use the sources, recipes, so people can sort of specifically follow the recipes and enjoy the sauces as much as we do. I freestyle when I cook. I'm Greek. We sort of had a little bit of this, we had a little bit of that. There's a lot of guessing and tasting and going back to it. That's why I'm terrible at baking. The other half is very organized and very recipe orientated, as you would expect a chef to be. So I think as we go along, I'll have to rein in the experimenting
or
and
not.
write
It might
things
be
down.
nice to have you doing the more creative stuff and your husband doing the more stuff, you know, the item 1, item 2 type stuff.
Yeah,
and what
exactly.
would be good, Callie, would be if people could send in to you what they've done with your sauces as well.
That would be even better. So if people want to tag us on videos of recipes and how they use the recipe, the hashtag is the Saucealists, and then you can tag the Instagram account, and then we can sort of repost all of that. That'd be amazing for us, and then we can repost on Facebook as well. Trying to create the culture of using the sauce for not the obvious things, which is, you know, dipping your chips in the barbecue sauce. Which is, you know, that's what I do. That's like my favourite thing to do. But
I'll be putting the rub on wings this weekend. I've got some wings on order, some organic free range wings.
Nice.
And I'm going to be using the rub on those, and I'll let you know how it goes. Well, that's amazing, Callie. Thank you so much. Now we're going to slightly change tack on this, and we're going to learn a little bit more about you and what you like and what you do. So we've got a couple of questions around that. So what's the last great film that you watched?
So I'm not a big fan of films. I used to be, but I found the older I get, I can't sit down for 2 hours in front of the telly.
People think sauces, that's why.
Yeah, exactly. But I think the thing that sort of comes, I get too tired in front of it. I think it's because I work on the website and I work on Instagram, and we edit our own photos ourselves as well after sort of taking the photos. I can't sit in front of the telly for far too long. We watch series because they are a lot shorter, so I don't fall asleep halfway through it. So we watched The Boys. Now, that's not for everyone. It is an Amazon Prime sort of...
The Boys?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It is a little bit gory, and it is a little bit out there, but I would suggest it to anyone that has a stomach, let's say.
Yes, get some Doritos and some of your sauce and sit in front of the telly.
Yeah, exactly. Or Pinky Blinders. That's like my go-to.
Oh yeah, I love Pinky.
We rewatched it waiting for the new sort of series to come out. So we rewatched the lot now, eating burgers stuffed with barbecue sauce.
What about your childhood, Callie? There must have been a film that you liked in your childhood that you sat down and watched when you had more energy, maybe.
Yeah, so when I was little, Lion King was the one. Has been the one. It's sort of his home. I have a great relationship with Mum, so Mufasa is Mum.
Nice.
And then in my early teens, it has to be, I don't know, Kill Bill. That's the one for me.
Oh, that's
Kill Bill 1 and 2,
action.
Pulp Fiction.
Now, and also, I would recommend, because I went to see The Lion King in the theatre in London when it's all open up again at the Mayfair theatre in London, and I was very sceptical about it, and I thought a load of people running around in animal suits, it's not going to be any fun. It was brilliant.
Excellent.
So if you like The Lion King and you want a day out in London when we can do this, do go to the theatre and watch it. If you like, it's fantastic.
Don't have to tell me twice. Absolutely. Consider it checked on my list.
Excellent. So give me a band or artist that you would go and see, and they can be a present day band, a band that no longer exists. Who would you go and see?
So you're touching a very you're hitting home with me on that one, and actually my husband as well. This is what we do. So we actually go to gigs a lot, and we go to festivals a lot. So that was like the number one thing that actually destroyed us over the COVID period, because we couldn't go out and we couldn't like sort of go and do our thing. I am very sad that I didn't manage to see Nirvana. So if I could, I would. If I could turn back time, I would absolutely do. And husband's praying for Oasis to get back together. So sending positive vibes out there for the Gallaghers to sort of do their thing, so he can watch them live.
As long as they stop fighting for 5 minutes, then that might happen.
Exactly. We all say the same thing. Please, Liam, please.
Yeah, because they're both so amazing.
Yeah,
it would be so good. Yeah, it would be really good. But I really thought that when there was the bombing that went off at Manchester, you know, and I thought they were going to get together and do something for that, but they didn't, did they? Which is sad, but you know, but yeah, that's a really good one. Really
and
good.
monkeys are the one. Arctic Monkeys.
Oh.
I've seen them live 2 or 3 times, and any day I'll take Arctic Monkeys any day of the week.
That's fantastic. Well, that's from my neck of the woods. So
exactly.
I love the Arctic. You can't.
Well, Callie, it's been an absolute pleasure. Your energy and enthusiasm certainly comes over when talking to you, and we do, Lou. We wish you all the best going forward. Yeah, and thank you so much.
Because I think there's so much scope there for you to grow. There's so much with the recipes and adding more sauces and getting involved in other independent businesses in the area.
Yeah.
There's a lot of foodies here. There's a lot of people that are really interested in food. So I think, you know, you're really onto something there. Good luck with it all.
Yeah,
Thank you very
fantastic.
much. Have a lovely day, and John, I'll see you in about, I don't know, a few hours. I'll drop the
Fantastic. Thanks everyone for listening to this. Don't forget, if you haven't voted for the Southsea Folk Awards, do go and do that. That's coming up very soon, and me and Lou are looking forward to getting involved. Let us know your thoughts on what we're giving out there, so we can better serve you. And really, please. Yeah, go on, Lou.
That the awards, the voting finishes at midnight on the 10th of May. So it finishes on Monday. So it's really important, you know, if you are somebody that supports the independent community, you know, go on there and sort of fill in the 18 categories, because it means a lot to these small businesses, especially in the year that we've just had. So thank you.
Yeah. We need to get this podcast out before then, don't we? So I need to produce it and get it back to you so we can get a rush. Thanks again, Callie. You take care, look after yourself, and best of luck.
Thank you very much. Have a lovely day, everyone. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.